never walk this road, then you can talk shit. Gambling with my life, but I refuse to go for nonsense. This the life I chose, this all I know, ain't many options. About to tell the truth, I make the rules like I'm Fleece Johnson.
What's up? This is Big Lee with Hustler Spirit. I got Mr. Smoking, Joking. What's up, Fleece?
Man, I'm smoking and joking, not choking.
That's right.
Too pretty.
Hey, I guess I should have talked to you about this before we got on film, but I'm glad I did in a way. I got some questions from the guy who wanted to remain anonymous. He didn't want to use his name. I don't know if he's gay or if he's curious or what, but he asked some questions, and it's been a while ago. I wasn't gonna do it, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it today. Because when I was watching TV this morning, I was watching I think the name of the podcast is Good Talk, and they had Cameron on there. You know who Cameron is? The guy that and Mace got that show at podcast together?
Yeah. Nick Cameron?
No, Cameron.
Oh.
Him and Mace, the rapper Cameron.
Oh, yeah. No doubt.
He made a comment on there that caught my attention. That I don't really hear people say too much, but I know it exists. He said on their show they used to use the term no homo.
Homo.
No homo.
You know what that is?
Wait a minute. They had to change it to pause. But their sponsors wasn't happy with them using that. I said it to say, what do you think about the power of the gay community nowadays?
Well, first I want to speak on that, what no homo is. Now, people think no homosexuals. It ain't what homo is.
It's not?
No, it's like a child molester. You know.
Where you learn that in prison?
Yeah, prison talk. That's what they call them in a.
Okay.
And people is like, a lot of these broadcasters still ain't got the big picture, even though we done went on YouTube and proved with documents and backup proof that I ain't never had a sex charge in my life. Never had a complaint lodged against me by nobody in prison or out of prison. You know. Before all of that, they had me on the internet like I was a predator. And so I wasn't even able to defend myself at that time, right? I had to watch it and see it for my own self, right? But you got some broadcasters that they strict, and they should be. If you got somebody that is a real predator, that is out here taking people's butt, keys, and whatever, don't nobody want to give him a center stage to do shit, to speak. We don't even want to hear you. And I applaud the broadcasters for that. They don't deserve that type of attention. But in my case, there was a confusion because, first of all, I'm not that, and I didn't take nobody's booty, and I proved that beyond a reasonable doubt. So,
yeah, you did, but check this out, because I think you're getting away from my question. I'm gonna break it down for you. What do you think about the power of the gay community?
They got real power. They not only power, they got shutdown power. Mm-hmm. You got gay people is like, if you ask who's the number one fashion designer, it's a gay person. Who's the number one in hairstylist? You think a woman, it's a gay man. Who's the number one in the perfume? The perfumes that is you put on. Gay people. Who got the nose to sniff out different fragrance or cologne? Gay people. What about the walk down the aisle? Gay people's over there. And then in Hollywood, we done seen through the P. Diddy trial what they like in Hollywood. They at the top. They the number one producers. They the ones that can blackball you. They the one can take your career, make you or break you. Gay people. They in that sector. And then if you check Wall Street out, all them investors and stuff, you got a lot of investors straight, but the people at the top is gay. The most powerful community in this country right now is the gay community. Because if you take in account what they own, how much they possess, and how the billions, man, you got billionaires that's gay, man. You got most of them now. And you got gay people own a lot of stuff, half of New York, all this shit. And so they got power, but they are not organized yet into one branch, right? You got gays over here that don't know the gays over here. You got the gays in this sector, don't mess with the gays over here, and never heard of them. If they united, that's a miracle. Statistic-wise, they say you got 7 billion people in the world and 1 billion worldwide is gay, are gay. Now, when you take people leave out the ladies, it's a lot of women that has came out that when I was growing up before I went to prison to do 40 years, you didn't hear about all that ladies stuff. But man, you got ladies now, and they getting these girls when they 15 and 16, bombshells, these dykes, man. And so it is a big thing that needs to be addressed. It needs to be spoken of and talked about. But you got another question?
Yeah, when do you think, this is your opinion. I'm getting your opinions. I know you ain't looked it up on the internet and all that stuff, but when did you see the power shift of control to the gay community?
It comes through the president stuff. It comes through the media and really from the top. When you see people, when I was growing up, gay people, they was gay, but they wasn't gay in public. You probably see a gay person dressed out as a woman, maybe every 3 or 4 years you might, oh man, that's a queer. That's what they called them back then. But nowadays, you got administration policies in the country, and then you got all these branches, usually churches, that been putting this stuff in people's head to treat everybody equal, everybody get the same rights, and then more gay people start coming out in television and stuff, because they got talent. And gay people, now being gay might be the only thing you can really say about them, they gay. But if you check their backgrounds out, what type of education they got, schooling, what type of skills, they got unheard of skills, man. The best dancers out there are gay. The best choreographers, all this stuff, book writers, all this stuff. And back in the years, people don't know that Da Vinci, the famous painter, he was openly gay. They don't realize that Napoleon, the one that almost ruled the whole world, or one country short from taking over the world, he was gay. And so they got mad talent. The best sculptors, the best painters in the world was gay. And
all of them not, though.
Nah, not all the painters. I said the best, the number one.
The number one, you saying the number ones in those fields are gay people?
The number one.
In your opinion,
yeah,
I don't. Like I said, I don't think you researched it.
Yeah, I researched a lot. And so, because I was curious about gay people, right? I've seen them in prison.
Why was you curious about it?
Because I became gay. And so I'm trying to understand myself through the eyes of others, right? And I'm reading up on this, you know, and you got gay people that is fighters. I seen the strongest man in penitentiary lift 600 and something. He was gay. Big weightlifter. But it's gay thing, see, is the problem that people have with the community. It's like, now that they feel comfortable that they are protected by laws and by First Amendment stuff, that they can come out now openly and be gay. You got people that come out with beards and mustaches and big, and I'll tell you, they suck dick. And they gay. And that they got a husband. I be watching game shows like Wheel of Fortune and Let's Make a Deal. They say, who you here with? I'm here with my sister and my husband Bill. And he's the man. He's like, I'm here with Bill and all that stuff, right? My husband, David. But they everywhere. And it's people's real the religious sector of society, the religious section of society is like, you know, we ain't gonna criticize them. You know, they can work, they can do whatever, you know, as long as they respect the laws, respect their community and people. But you got other people feel like it's so many of them that when they finally revealed that they gay and felt like they can come out in the open with it, and when all of them did it and everybody said and see how many of them it is, it's like, oh my God.
So let me ask you a question. And this is a question that this question is from me, because I kind of asked myself this question because I done heard people talk about it to see how I feel about it. But what do you think about, I guess about it might be a little longer than 5 years. I'm just going to use 5 years. About 5 years ago, I started seeing more and more gay people on commercials and in movies and all that stuff. It seemed like it's every commercial.
I'm going to explain something to you. I'm going to tell you.
Let me ask you a question. I'm going to let you explain. Do you think the commercials, since commercials influence you to buy things, you know, it influences kids to say, oh, I want that race car track or that remote control airplane and all, and that doll and all this stuff. If it influences you to buy things, do you think, I'm asking you, do you think it influences the youth, our young people, to be curious on gay activity from commercials and TV? Kids that might not have never been curious, do you think the commercials and seeing it on TV and seeing it in different points of their life influences
it relaxes them where they don't see nothing wrong with it. They see it on TV being portrayed as something good. Even when the ones that got HIV, they got commercials out and they'll show them kissing. Take Valsolia, the #1 brand to stop HIV, this and that. And you can go on and live the life that you want to live. And you see them dancing and all that shit.
What they do?
All that shit, be dancing and shit, man. Because they done found the miracle drug, man. That means you can still do what you do.
Does it influence the youth when the youth sees the commercials and the movies?
Yeah, it's an influence on them.
So you telling me you think that seeing gay people on TV, as much as we see now, influences young people
to accept it as an everyday.
Does it influence them to participate? No,
not necessarily. It don't necessarily influence them to participate. They done already been are confronted with it. And now, see, when they get confronted with it in school and stuff, people feel but they do it as a child. People think that stuff don't happen till you get grown. It starts when they kids. And then when they see it on TV, when they sitting there trying to figure out is what dude be getting on top of them rolling, and they wondering if it's good or bad. Then when they see this stuff on TV and relaxed as it is on earth, they feel okay to continue to go on and do it. I guess do it all the way now.
So when my son comes home, what do I need? What I mean, I'm speaking for somebody else. Somebody else. My son's 23. They grown. What can a person look for? What can a parent look at when their kid, daughter or son, come home and they?
Well, when you see it on TV and you see it from your point of view, it's disgusting. So eventually your son gonna see this shit and your daughter. And
what do I need to tell him?
I'm going to tell you.
All right.
So what you do is you're going to go on and explain this shit to them, but you're going to wait till they come in. When they come in, and you know how you greet your kids, how was your day and all that. Say, you know what? I want to sit down and ask y'all something because I seen this shit on this commercial. And these gay people. Have y'all seen the commercial? Open a discussion about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And tell your dislike about it to them.
Now, hold on. Because once you tell your dislike, will that push them away not to talk to you about it if they are into that or if they're thinking about it?
Well, first you open that conversation up to them, ask them what they think about it first before you give yours.
Well, kids nowadays will tell you it is what it is,
Yeah, but you're going to ask what you mean it is what it is. Do you do it? Do you do it? Could you see yourself ever doing it?
Mm-hmm.
And if you have done it, you need to stop.
Hold on, you would tell them they need to stop if they've been doing it?
Yeah, you need to.
Because somebody had told you to stop?
No. What, could they?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Somebody could have told you to stop.
Yeah, if I found out somebody knew that shit, yeah. And talk to me about it.
But it's a lot more accepted now than it was then.
I know, but it's accepted because people let it be accepted. When you got your own kids, you gonna make sure that you let them know how you feel on this right here. It's just like you my agent. And you got a son at home.
Yeah.
And they know you broadcasting, they even know who I am.
Yeah.
But you sit down and you talk to him about it and let him know what your take is. I'm strictly against it. He's not doing this, right? And but he's a good dude, whatever. And he's healing. This is a healing process he got to go through, man. Because his mind was messed up when he did it 40 years and and now he's trying to get back, and
yeah, they know your story.
Well, I'm just saying, but you talk to your kids when it comes from the parent and they know your take on it, then can't nobody out there make them, my mama and them say this was wrong, and plus they convinced me it's wrong, I ain't into it. I ain't gonna do it, and I'm stay away from it.
Yeah.
And, then, that's not to say they ain't gonna do it, but, at least a parent should, if you think about, here's what you think about. You got 1 billion gay people worldwide. 1 billion. This country holds 300-something million. 1 billion can fill this country up 3 times. and with some left over. That's how many gay people we talking about in the world. You know, scattered throughout the world, right? 7 billion people in the world. 1 billion worldwide is gay. So if you want to know how many gay people it is, take everybody in America, move them out, then put them in here. You can do that 3 times. Now, what people ain't realizing is they all got a family. That 1 billion gay people had a head, a mother, and a father. They had at least a mother and a father. And so, how they family feels about them, a lot of them probably got kicked out of the family.
Well, nowadays, you know, from what I've said to my kids pretty much, and what I heard other people saying, parents has accepted, most parents, I ain't gonna say all of them, most parents have accepted the role of, look, I don't want you to do it, but you know, you my son or you my daughter, I'm gonna love you regardless. And that's the way modern day parents, most of them are trying to deal with it, because do you want to turn your child against you altogether? And
it wouldn't matter. I'd rather you be turned against me, not turned against the truth. The truth is gonna stand.
No, I'm saying that
right.
Yeah, the truth will be there,
but okay, picture me.
Would you still love them?
Picture me.
Would you still love your child?
No.
Nah, that's a hypocritical stuff.
But, well, you asked me a question. I'm getting ready to tell you something.
You gay. How you gonna get mad at?
Can I talk?
How you gonna get mad at your child? Though?
Yeah. I say, even after all that I done went through, the gay shit I done, and for the record, I'm not gay now. You say whatever, once you gay, you always whatever. That's to be seen or proven. But even after, and I now have an understanding of all this, having did it myself. Mm-hmm. I now understand. And if I had a son that thought of going in that direction, mm-hmm. I'm going to do all in my power to prevent that.
I understand that.
And I'm going to tell him straight up, it's wrong, it's nasty. Mm-hmm. I'm going to tell him all the bad stuff about it. Ain't going to be nothing good I'm going to say about it. Mm-hmm. You know, and all the way down to how people look at you. You know, all the way down to how even God looks at you. And all the way down to how you're going to eventually look at it your damn self, right? But I don't want, you know, and that's a dark period, man. And now if I had a son that thought he was a girl, you know, yeah, I'm gonna go through stopping that. And I don't give.
You can't stop it.
Man, listen.
If he think he's a girl, there ain't nothing you can do about that.
I know. See, here's something that people don't realize. This is what stopped me. Now I say God, listening to my mama, all that. Here's what stopped me. The headaches.
And you said,
hold up, the headaches in this shit. Like, for instance.
The guy that was beating you up when you was in a relationship.
Man, listen, man. Nobody beat me up and all this shit. I had fights with people.
Dude was beating you up, the dude you was going with.
Oh, God damn it, man. I'm getting ready to make a point, and you ain't going to let me.
He was beating you up.
You ain't going to let me make my
Domestic
point.
violence, go ahead.
You ain't going to let me make my point.
Go ahead.
Right now, people feel relaxed to openly display themselves as gay. Mm-hmm. They can walk into their mama's house wearing high heels and wigs and shit, kiss mama on the jaw, hug everybody in the house, and everybody accept it as cool. No headaches. Ain't no headache car. Do a different scenario. Walk in the house and getting told to get the fuck out. You're not going to come in there dressed.
They going to leave and continue to be gay.
Well, listen to me. Please. Yeah, they're going to continue to be gay. But that headache right there, that's a headache. And when they get another headache in another direction because of they gay. And then when they have a headache in their own relationship because they gay. The headaches, man, is what make a motherfucker say, fuck this. I don't want to do this no more. You know, I don't want to be gay no more. You know, every time I turn around, I'm thinking I'm a woman, but every time I'm turning around, I'm fighting niggas like a nigga. Either I'm a girl or I'm a nigga. When I try to get around people to accept me as who I am, they refer to me as a man. That's a headache to me because in my mind, I'm a woman. Everybody keep coming to me, they ain't gonna dress me as a woman. Hey, what's up, Bob? No, my name is Dorothy. No, your name is Bob, nigga. You know, Bob, I know you was Bob when you was little. You know, yeah, you was the one in the school with the big dick and all this shit. We used to be scared to even pull our shit out. All that. You know, just every time he turn around. And then people that looks at him as bad. Yeah. And again, like I said, people that looks at him as bad, you know, that's the headache. And see, when you get enough lumps on your head, that's just like stick your head in fire, man. When it keeps burning you, it's going to cause a change in direction. When you got so many people that is now trying to sympathize with all the gay people. Oh, he's gay. Yeah, we love him. And yeah, you should love him. But when they run into them problems of being accepted for the way you displaying yourself, that acceptance of it is what really is gasoline to the fire, man, to not only do it, but see if you can get other people to do it, to be gay too, right? And they reach out like that. And so, and you ask, I learned this in prison. See, here's the danger part of it. The gays in prison, they didn't want a relationship with a gay person. Do you understand that part?
They wanted a straight man?
They wanted to take a straight man and turn him gay, right?
He's gay then.
But yeah, to them, he's a straight man. See, they didn't go after gay men like them. You know, sissies going after sissies. They go after straight men. And buckle down on them in prison is easy to turn one out because, you know, you locked up. You know, you ain't had no pussy or nothing. You can say all you want. Man, I'll never go there. And you might not for 8 or 10 years. But when they go past that, you going to say, fuck it. Sneak around, get you some head, some ass, and now you locked in. Then you get turned all the way out. But the point of it is, they do it on the streets, not only in prison. And they have a lot of success out here in the streets now because of the drugs. You know, if you want a bunch of straight men, all you got to do is load up on drugs, man. And you can get a whole lot of men, good-looking men, right? That is, you know, want your drugs. They do anything to get the drugs. So, when you look at the generation that we passed, you know, we got a new generation getting ready to start. And so how will we want that generation? Do we want our next generation of kids to be what? Straight, gay, half straight, half gay, however they want to be, however we would like them to be, is the question. And so a lot is tension is being drawn towards the gay stuff. And because there was a point in history, there was a couple countries that was predominantly filled with gay men. They gay, and they would attack these other countries and try to force it on them. And they call them butt fuckers. And so that was their name. And it was 5 countries in the Old Testament, in the Bible, that was gay, that God told the children of Israel, when you enter these countries for war to take this land that I'm giving you, don't leave nobody alive, nothing. You know, because of that sin, right? It was called an abomination. So it was the most despicable sin of all sins. And but they spurred him. They spurred him, and God said, because you spurred them, the same people you spur, I'm going to use them to test you, to try you, you know, to see where you at with me. And so forget all that biblical stuff that's in real life, what we see nowadays. You know, we see a change in the world now from when we growed up as a child to what it's at now. You know, it wasn't like this when I was growing up. Before I went to prison, it wasn't nothing like this. And so when I come out of prison, I'm like, God, man, is everybody gay? When I went to Atlanta, everybody kept telling me, oh man, Atlanta got nothing but black-owned businesses. Let me hip y'all to something. Most of them businesses up there is gay ran. Even in the bus station, gay people. Even here, gay people. Black men, gay. Gay this, gay this, gay this. Now, I'm going to tell you where all this shit is coming from. Back in the slave days, I got to take you back up for a minute to make a point. Them white men back there, they had what you can call cat-sized dicks. Pruny things. They get a woman pregnant, that's about it. They couldn't make her feel nothing. Them slaves, they was packing logs, man. It's a true story. And white ladies went nuts over them blacks. Even after slavery, white ladies still remember who had the biggest thing. And the white man has always felt insecure around black men. They always looked at us like we got the big ding-a-ling, but the only thing they had more than us was power and money. You know. So they came out with, they gonna have to do something with this. So you remember the white man I was telling people about, all you gotta do is Google Kellogg's, the one that created the cornflakes. Mm-hmm. You know, he created a cornflake and was given to the black community. It sterilizes people. Read the ingredients and read the background on Kellogg's, why he created cornflakes and what was in it, to stop you from getting hard. So they got these big dinglings, but when they pull them out, they ain't even gonna be able to use them. Okay, they went from that to, it was a big campaign out there. And then they created, they got so sought out. They created a machine that you can put a suction thing that can make you grow dick sizes. In 6 months, you have a 10, 12-inch cock. They wanted to compete with us, this black men. So now, when it goes for jobs and stuff, to make the white lady, any lady not want a black man, here's what they do. We got a room full of people applying for a job. I'm a black man. I'm straight. I'm qualified for this job. I'm bringing more qualifications than anybody in there, but they give it to a gay black man. You go when you go to the news stations, it's a lot of real good black men. You know, black men can represent the black man community. They say, "No, we give it to this black man."
So you saying gays are being purposely picked?
They are being black. The black ones that you see out here live in the open was picked, and the whole thing is to show that this black man,
Influence.
the black man that they always felt inferior to, see, their superiority shit came from their inferior complex. They feel inferior towards black people, man. We had the big thing. We can do all the Olympic shit. We can outrun anybody, out jump, basketball, football, all this shit. And we can fuck. So, and we had the big dinglings. And so they got to kill it. They won't now people look at black, we start talking about getting a black man in a relationship, they be looking at you like, I gotta ask him some questions. You know, you like white girls? First question. Are you gay? Second question. You know what I'm saying? And so, do you have a job? But it's a thing. So you got a lot of gays now. They want a free pass to continue this little whatever they doing, man. They gonna turn everybody out.
Well, since you said that, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
What real life battles do you have today that only can be understood by people in that community? Because sometimes you speak, you'll speak good about gays and you'll say it's bad.
No, they know I'm gonna tell the truth, man. All these gay people out there, they'll tell you, man, it don't matter what relationship they in. I can tell you this, they fight. They fight over their man. They jealous over they lovers. They would kill over. They possessive, real possessive. They do checkups and all this shit. And the battles that make them understand me is this. All what I say they understand. They understand this more, though. When you want to stop, that's a battle. See, when you want to stop, when you said, I'm done. Ain't no more arguing, ain't no more all this gossip and shit and worried about somebody's real possessive, trying to be real controlling and using their money or their power to keep you, being without them, you nothing and all that shit. They know I understand all that. But they know that I done made my decision that I'm done. And I have been successful with that over a decade. Going on 2 decades. I done been successful with I'm done.
So do you think about it?
Man, you gonna always have memory on everything you done in life. And you don't sit there and dwell on it. But the only time I have thoughts on it is because I'm doing broadcasts on it. Before this broadcast, I never even entertained a thought of it.
Do you miss it?
No, I don't.
Why you say it like that?
Because
you said that with a little attitude. I just asked you a question.
It's an attitude with
I just asked you a question.
With an attitude. No.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
I wonder why all of a sudden you got an attitude about that question.
Yeah. Well,
it showed a little something. Little something came out of you right there.
Yeah, manhood. My nuts is hanging. That's what it is.
Little something came out of you when I asked that.
Up, nigga, my nuts is out, and I ain't going back in. So
it hit a nerve.
Yeah, it did. And but I'm truthful with it. You
What
know.
about the celebrities that get so much money? To us, it feel like they started entertaining it when they got rich, but they was probably entertaining before they got money, right? Well, would a lot of money just do that? Do you think?
Yeah, it's the wheel gets turning. To get where they even got to.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Now that shit goes from school, man. You going to a school where you demonstrating how smart you are. Your grade is like the best. But you looking around at people in there that is gay, looking at you like you an outsider. So you in a room with predominantly gay motherfuckers. Everybody in there is smart. You think you the smartest. But ain't nobody talking to you, affiliating with you, and you want them to, right? You want to get to know people, but you find out what type of people they are. So now you start fitting in because you start doing what they do. See? And then when you get caught up in doing what they do, at will turn. Then next thing you know, while you doing this, everything you doing is depending on you continue doing this. That's where your money's coming from now. It's from what you're doing. When you stop, then wheels gonna stop, right? I ain't gay no more. You don't get no money no more. If you real ambitious, you wanna go how. You go from one gay thing to the next, right? Now you see yourself going to parties where it's bisexual. Each a little of everything's in the party. Now you going to all of them, and your power, you going up in power, but you know what's keeping you up is you being involved into the gay thing.
So you believe like they be saying that the directors of movies and the producers and the record label owners, they can come to a guy that's from the hood and offer them all this money for a trade-off.
Yeah, see, here's how they do it. Have you ever seen movies like people talk about Tom Cruise, hell of an actor.
He's from Kentucky too, I believe.
I don't know where he's from,
but
he's one of my favorite actors. He's one of my favorites. But them producers, I have somebody in the gay community that wants to see his naked body. I want to see his ass cheeks. I want to see the cheeks of Tom Cruise. Well, I can send him the scene that we're going to put him in, and Tom, it's going to cost money. Well, I'm going to back you up with them. How much he's asked for to do this movie, $100 million. We'll pay 60 of it. You pay 40, yeah. And give him the script, and he'll come on and do the movie and do the scene where you can see his naked ass. Whenever you see a man's naked ass in a movie, it's a gay person that wanted to see that and told the producer they'll pay for this. Give him whatever he's asking for. Put that scene out. I want a picture of that. And then you see certain actors do that. It's the money. It's controlling it now. So in Hollywood, they brought you. I mean, yeah. Just like any TV, like Wheel of Fortune. I watch dude come out every day. They had him in some PJ pajamas, right?
Who's Steve Harvey? Is that who it is?
No, Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, Wheel of Fortune, my fault.
Yeah. And so...
Drew Carey. Is that Drew Carey that does that now?
No, he does Let's Make a Deal.
Oh, okay.
It's Wheel of Fortune, so... They had him in some PJs and stuff. So I'm telling somebody that I'm watching him with that they tell him how long his hair gonna be cut.
Mm-hmm.
You can't, when they put you on in front of the TV camera, they want you to look how they want you to look. Or you ain't got the job. They'll tell you how long to cut your hair, whether you can grow a mustache or not, thick or not thick. You can't come on there dressed how you want. You got to be dressed according to the studio's policy on dressing. You got to have makeup on, all this stuff. And what's that girl named? Savannah White? What is it?
Yeah, Savannah White.
Yeah, they style her. Keep her with makeup on. Tell her this is your hairstyle right here. And when she want to market something for somebody, she come on with something, right? Everybody like Vanna Styles, her style, But she got to do what they tell her.
So you saying
and
it's a guaranteed thing?
Yeah, gay people now got a lot of power out there where they can control lives and career. You working for a gay person and you like the job, just got the job, just bought you a house, car, all this stuff, man. You get ready to go up and they watch you. They know when they say, oh, you get the new car? Yeah, I got the house too, but I got bills like, okay.
He needs some more money.
Now you get ready to get fired.
Huh?
They start hitting you with this. Well, I'm going to call you in there because I'm looking at the chart, and it seems like in your sector, where I got you,
we're not getting the views.
Yeah, we're not getting enough. I don't know. Should we have to let you go? And you got all them bills you got to pay now. You like, look, I found out. And once they get your attention, they hammer in, and then that thing, they might tell you, say, look, I'm going to tell you something. If you can stand in front of me and whip your dick out, you don't have to beat it off or nothing. And and just reel it around and tell so I can go back there and feel good about saying, no, I'm going to let him keep his job. All the people is telling me to fire you, whip that dick out and show me what you be telling them. And he'd be like, is it all in the tank? See, he whip it out. He's in. That's the first stage, right? We got it now. He's showing another man his cock, right? He'll do more. And more and more. And then sooner or later, he's sucking it. Sooner or later, dude is in his booty. Then he's going home and his wife is like, I'm proud of you. You just got a promotion and an upgrade. Yeah, but I don't know. I'm thinking about switching jobs. He's getting caught up, right? And she's like, switching jobs? No, Why you want to switch jobs? You doing so good. But he ain't telling them. He keeps working. Now, sooner or later, he's giving dudes some head now. And that's when it's over. He's in.
So check us out. Another question by the guy that emailed me. Kind of got away from it a little bit. When you first participate in homosexual activity, is it enjoyment or is regret and depression?
It's more regret. You'll get some sort of enjoyment, but you would feel a lot of regret. You'll force yourself to get it out of your head, right? Because you done did it, and you don't want to, the pain of what you done hurts you so much that you don't want to think about it. I ain't did shit. I did what I had to do. Forget it. And you don't want to dwell on it because it's painful because you know you did something wrong. But now you done it and you got some enjoyment out of it and it's something different. But in deep in your gut, you'll always know. Everybody that's gay knows deep in their heart it's wrong.
So you saying they'll never be completely comfortable in their own skin?
Yeah, they can be comfortable not thinking about it, but if they ever think about it, it'll go to that. Yeah.
They have those thoughts, is what you're saying?
No. They use so much to get them thoughts out of their head.
Oh, okay.
Just to participating in it every day or wipe the thought away. It just them thoughts come back if they sitting back just, if they ain't heard from somebody or somebody don't want to talk to them because of what they do, something make them think about themselves. When they really think about themselves, they'll go to it. They'll go to the truth. They'll bounce away from it though because they're not living by it, so why think about it? Something you ain't living by. And it's just like people that got kids in the NBA. I heard that one of my dudes, Dwayne Wade, man, his son, man. But it's a mother father love for their child, man. But at the same time, you know, if you love your child, you'll tell them the truth.
How you know you hasn't?
I don't know. But I'm just saying, I'm just speaking in general.
Okay.
If you love your child, you tell them the truth, man. You a man. Now, you can run around here with your little dingling tied up, twisted up, and your nuts and stuff. But when you stand in front of me, you're going to stand in front of me as my son, because what you are. And I'm going to be a father to you. I'm not going to call you a woman. I'm not going to ask you to be one. And I don't want, and all that. You know, I can't tell you what to wear. You know, but if it's too much for me, stay the fuck away from me, man. You know, just stay away from this house.
So you don't even want a relationship with your child?
No. I would want one, but you're going to respect me. You're going to respect my house. You do what you want when you away, when you on your own with your little gay buddies or whatever. When you step in this house, you're not going to step in my house wearing panties and all this. Man, you get the fuck out of here, man. I ain't raising no kids like that. You know.
So
I'm going to let it be known that your behavior didn't come from his family. I'm going to make it clearly known that you will get no acceptance from his family for what you're doing. None. So, you know, if you're going to be gay, be that on your own, but don't let nobody, I'm not going to leave it out there where people think that maybe somebody in this family, being that the family supports it, maybe somebody in the family contribute to it, you know. No, it ain't gonna happen like that. You can come in this family. We're gonna welcome you to the family, all the picnics, holidays, and everything. But you're not gonna show up as no female. No, sir.
Now, he had two more questions. This is the stuff that's going on in your head at the time. This is what you got to think about. He said he wanted me to ask you, what goes through your mind when you walk up to a man bent over, ready to have sex? What's actually going through your mind at that point?
Shit. Not like in the penitentiary, it's based on respect. Now, if I turn the corner, I see a motherfucker bent over, somebody get ready to go in him. I throw my hand on my bed, bro. Y'all need somebody to watch for you? You know, watch out for the goal while he going to do his thing. Now, I got a picture of what I seen in my mind, right? And if I seen that motherfucker bent over and his ass looked like something before dude got to him, I'd be like, shit, man.
No, what's going through your head then when you walked up to a man from the back and you was ready to have sex with him?
That I'm gonna have sex with
Your
him?
man at that particular time.
That I'm gonna have sex with him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna tear this up.
That's what you think.
Yeah, you goddamn right. I'm gonna try to put a baby in it. For real. I'm gonna put a seed in this, buddy. Motherfucker bent over, spread open like that. Yeah, it's pussy. You know, and like I said, it ain't, you know, like you got people I can walk the yard with, and I can be like, hey, bro, you know, we can talk all that hey, bro shit all day, right? You spread them cheeks, and I get it, it's baby now. I love you. I love
Instantly.
you. Instantly, I'm in love with you. I love you. I'm gonna kiss all over your neck, put passion marks and shit on you.
Shut up, on a man?
Yeah, you goddamn right. You see, people keep looking at me like I growed up in the streets. I growed up in prison.
I'm just asking a question. I'm not.
I'm just saying I want people to listen to know I growed up in prison. I never even hit a woman. My first was booty. That's why I'm so in love with it. I don't give a fuck, motherfucker ain't hurting his ass along the shoestring. I'll tear his ass up, right? Well, yeah.
Let me ask this last question, man, so we get to
Man,
Jesus
fuck
Christ.
this shit, man.
Hey, so that's what's going through your mind when you behind. What's going through your mind when you bent over in front of a man?
I'm making shit good as fuck.
That's what you thinking.
I know it's gonna be good. This motherfucker here, he gonna cry. He better cry. You know, I want the motherfucker to see it. You know, feel this. And shit. But man, here's the thing that gets me. Now when I left prison, I said, I'm done with that shit, man. Done with all this motherfucking shit. Gay ass nigga. I'm not going on with all that shit. When I sit here and talk about this is real. It's like reliving something that I don't even want to talk about. It's like I'm trying to forget that I even went through this shit. But I did. And I'm not going to come out here and lie about all this shit, you know, make myself look bad, make people look at me like, ooh. I don't give. You deserve to hear the truth. If I ain't gonna tell the truth, I need to shut the fuck up, man. You know, I seen times, man, that when I think about all that stuff, and I put it on this, man. I said, you know what? I bend, but I don't break. You know, I bend. You know, I'm flexible. I can not make mistakes. I can do shit that I shouldn't do. But I don't break. And what I mean by don't break is I don't get caught up in a for the rest of my life type shit into something that I'll be doing for the rest of my life. I can't stop doing this. When I know beyond doubt that what I'm doing is wrong, tell myself I can't stop. I'm not like that. You know, I can tell myself this, I bend, I don't break. You can bend me like I'm gonna break, boom. I pop up out of it. When I learn, I move on, I get strength from it. You know, I'm strengthened by the things I was once weak to. You know, it's from weakness that comes strength. You know. So it's from failure that people learn to succeed. So
stay free.
Peace out.
Good evening.
Watch your booty.
Have a good day.
Watch your booty.
So let me paint this picture for you. I'm getting ready to draw the comparisons to what it's like to be in prison. And then take that same action and compare it to the free world. I'm gonna start with the free world. So, you know, you have guys in your city or in your state that's committed crimes or done things to people, and they're no longer able to live in your state for whatever reason. They done killed somebody, they done hurt somebody, they owe somebody some money. Something happened where now they have to move to another city or state, and all their family is still in the state they left. Everything they know is still in the state they left, which means they have to visit. But when they visit, they have to be underground. They can't be visible. Because one thing about social media and cell phones, if they see you out eating with your family, or they see you at the fair, they see you at a store, excuse me, I have a cold. They see you at the store, they see you out somewhere, it's gonna be a phone call made. That's just how small the world is. It's gonna be a phone call made from who sees you and say, hey, so-and-so is in town. And depending on how quick it gets to the people that really want you, pretty much decides your lifespan at that point, how long you live. In prison, you run into the same thing. You got this guy just got locked up. He's coming into prison. Well, he's coming into prison because he just killed somebody's family member that's in that prison. And if it's not a family member, it's a family friend or somebody that knows the family or knows of the situation. They feel like they want to get some points off of it. So now you get to that prison, you don't even know that person's in that prison, that person's family member or family friend. Somebody's gonna cause harm to you because you cause harm to somebody that they love. And now you have to deal with the surprise. You have to deal with the same situation that person in the free world had to deal with when somebody made that phone call, letting them know so-and-so's in the city or so-and-so is visible. But you know, you don't even know it's coming, just like the person in prison. Walk in prison, he goes through the process. Doesn't even know that he's in danger at this point. Hopefully he runs into people he knows, but if not, he has to be ready regardless. I don't think anything's more scary than knowing you've been hunted. No, being hunted and not knowing you've been hunted. But the mindset's the same. If I hurt somebody in the city and I move and I sneak back in the city to visit or whatever I'm doing, hustling or whatever I'm doing, in my mind I know I could be seen by somebody and it could be dangerous, so I have to be ready. Same thing applies in prison. That person that gets locked up for hurting somebody's loved one, when he goes in that prison, because most likely it's going to be somewhere near the state or city that he's from anyway, where the crime happened. So in his mind, he has to be ready and he has to know his danger lurking. Now the difference is, in the free world, that choice of going back home was your choice. It's hundreds of other cities, thousands of cities, places you could have went instead of back home, but that's where your family is. That's all you know is where you're going. That's why people end up back in their, their familiar surroundings, even if it's for a few days. Because you have to get that familiar oxygen. Your body's used to a certain atmosphere and oxygen, and it takes you a while for your body to adapt to a new environment. And then you have to deal with the fact that your heart is home. Your heart is from where you left, the city you left, the state you left, your old girlfriend, or if you're a player, your girlfriends, or whatever. So you always end up back in that place, which is your choice. You volunteer to go back there. In prison, you don't have a choice. They send you to where they want to send you to, and you have to accept it, and you have to be ready for whatever happens when you're there. Now you're in prison. You're in this confined space. Hundreds of inmates. They all know you there. Everybody in there knows that you arrived this morning. Either they watched you walk in. They seen the information somewhere. It's gonna flow through the prison like everybody's gonna talk. It's gonna flow like it does out here. Everybody's gonna know your business. So now they know you there. You don't know who's in there. You don't know who's that. You don't know who's kin to him or her. You know nothing. All you know is you in prison and you can't leave, and you got a dime to do. You got a 10-year bid to do. What's your next move? What are you gonna do? Like I said out here, in the free world, you can jump in the car and go. Or you didn't have to come back home. Or you can get that feeling that you've been there too long and then leave. In prison, that's not available for you. You go to PC, they can go to PC. They can talk to somebody in PC. In prison, it's favor for a favor. So if I'm cool with you and you somewhere I can't be, I'm going to send a word and get you taken care of regardless. You can do something and go to the hole where you may be safe as long as the guards are not in on it. What are you gonna do? What's your move? What's your move? You gonna get you can go to the yard if you got some money. If you got somebody that halfway supports you, you can go to the yard and maybe buy a weapon. That time frame gonna be small because if you on the yard, they already knew you was there before you even knew they knew. So they already started plotting against you when you walked through the door. Matter of fact, on the street, they had already heard you was on your way to the joint. They just had to find out which one. Boom. In your hometown, it's only so many. Most family knows one or two people in different prisons. Your luck might be bad. That guy's family might be a prison family, where he got two cousins here, two cousins there, brother there, brother there. I mean, once upon a time, my family was like that. I had two brothers and a couple cousins. They was in different prisons. They was in different prisons. What are you gonna do? You was so tough out here with that gun. And that's another advantage you got in the free world. You know, if you do all that and you come to your hometown, of course you're going to have a gun. You might even have a couple partners with you that's carrying guns. You might have a crew. But in prison, you just got there. Hopefully you know somebody. Then if you know somebody, that don't mean they want to get involved in your stuff. They trying to come home. What's your move? What's the move? Now it might have went okay that first day, that second day, but eventually they're gonna get to you. You don't even know where it's coming from. And then if you're not bright, you're not really up on your stuff. You didn't even go out and buy no weapon. You oblivious. You nonchalant. You're not even thinking like that. You done hurt that boy or that woman out here and their families in there plotting against you. You don't even know it. They're gonna get you though. Just depends on where you at and who it is. Who wants to shoot those craps? Who wants to take a chance of that happening over something stupid? Most people that go to prison not built for prison. I can be honest with you. I'm not built for prison. I like freedom. I like my woman, my kids, love them. Cigars, some bourbon, the cigar lounge, enjoying myself. Going out to dinner in peace. I ain't got to look over my shoulder. I ain't got to do none of it. I can go out. I can go anywhere I want to. I have no limitations. I go anywhere I want to. The places that I don't go, I don't want to go. It ain't because I can't go. I just don't want to go. When you box yourself inside and out of prison, there's places you can't go within that area. I don't know nobody who can sit down at peace and eat dinner with their family in a public setting knowing somebody's after them. They done did something to somebody and now you're being hunted. In prison, you're going into, you're going into a space that you're just not ready for. Your life probably will be taken. It takes a whole lot of things to go right for you and wrong for whoever's after you for them not to get you. You gonna click up, yeah? Probably so. But if that other guy wants you bad enough, people in prison are struggling so bad. All they have to do is offer them a little bread, a little money. Hey, he did this to my family member. We need him. We gonna make sure you taken care of. That's what I would do to get to you. It ain't gonna take a lot of money to get that done. Now, the people you around, do they care about you, or do they ride with you enough to be like, nah, we with dude. Y'all can't get him like that. And now you got some backing in there. That offers a little more protection. Not a lot, a little bit though. You already out in the yard with your back up against the fence or the wall, making sure can't nobody sneak up behind you. Who the hell wants to live like that? In prison or the free world. That's the stuff you got to take in account. What are you willing to give up for what you're about to do? What are you willing to sacrifice to sell them drugs or to shoot that gun in a crowd and hit innocent people? Yeah, some just turn the gun on themselves. You can't fix that. If a person want to off themselves and take out people in the process, you can't stop it. I'm talking about the people. I let the psychologists and therapists and whoever deal with that. I'm nowhere near that. I'm talking about the people that do stupid stuff and then go to jail. And then they kind of play you a little bit. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm thinking it should be enough, but apparently it's not. Depending on what crime you do, sometimes they send you to like a camp. You know, you 19, 20, 21 years old, never been locked up, never really been in trouble, but they know you didn't abide by your probation or your probation rules. And you get caught doing something and they revoke your probation, they send you to jail. They send you to these little camps, not far from home, but in there you got video calls and tablets, and your family's gonna most likely be a little more supportive that first time, depending on what kind of family you got. You know, a lot of black families nowadays, you go to prison that first time, you can get a little support from people. Enough to kind of stay in a decent shape in there and get you some food every once in a while. That's not, crappy food. Order your food through canteen. Commissary or whatever it is. But look at what you're giving up. Look what you're giving up to go in prison, to lose your freedom. What you doing or what you did, was it that important? If you could tell me it was that important to lose your freedom, something beyond taking up for your family, or making sure trying to protect your family. I even take trying to get some money. I kind of exclude that a little bit. Everybody, coming from where we come from, you kind of, you start hustling just out of need, necessity. I'm not using it for no excuse. It's a horrible thing, and you get caught, you go to jail. Yes, go to prison. But I understand that a little more than I do raping, pedophilia, shooting people to rob them, robbing people, shooting people, killing people for money. I don't call robbing hustling. I just think that's some of the weakest stuff you can do. But you doing that, and you end up in prison. They send you to that little camp, and maybe you done box yourself in the free world like I was talking about. Maybe you don't put yourself in the middle of something that you feel like you have to carry a gun. The difference is now you're a felon, which changes it 100%. So is this something you want to do? Prison is something you want to do? No women? No real rest? Everybody I done talked to said, man, it's always loud and smelly in prison. It always stinks, and somebody's always making some type of noise. There's really no alone time in prison. Like sometimes I get home, I go in the basement, I get home before everybody else get home. I got some type of alone time. Sometimes you need it. Sometimes I can jump in my car, my truck, and just ride, not even with the radio on, and think, and kind of go over things in my mind. Because that's what freedom's about. Freedom is about being able to drive and see trees and animals and houses and smell. Stop at the store, grab a soda and a bag of chips, jump back in your car and enjoy life. Tell your woman, hey babe, put on some clothes, we're going out to dinner tonight. I mean, whatever. Pop some popcorn, watch a movie with the family. Have your nieces and nephews over if your kids are grown like mine are now. Have your nieces and nephew over. Go in your room and shut the door while the women in there talking and doing whatever they do. Hearing your daughter come in, hi daddy. Hey, what's up, baby? These feelings, I never wanted to give up. My daughter come home, hi daddy. I love it. Kiss me on the cheek, I kiss her on the cheek. Wife come home, we kiss. Hey, how was your day, baby? Son come home, he fist bumps me. I love you too. Be careful. Who the hell wants to give up that and go in there with a whole bunch of ashy ankle motherfuckers in prison? That should take a lot for you to have to, you want to give that up. Even if you don't have kids. Just freedom. Let's talk about freedom. Freedom, period. Giving up freedom. Giving up your freedom to do whatever you want to do. You wake up in the morning, you get to do whatever you want to do within the law. Let me put that in there, within the law. You wake up in jail, you do what they tell you to do. You eat when they say eat. I got a homie in there now. He told me, man, we gotta get out of bed at a certain time. I said, oh, for real? He said, yeah, you can't just lay in the bed all day here. You gotta get out of the bed. At least even if it's sitting in a chair next to your bed, if you ain't got a job yet, you can't lay in that bed. You gotta get out of the bed. Well, hell, at my house, if I ain't got work, I can lay down all day. Fart and scratch my nuts and watch TV. Get up when I want to. Not because another man done told me, get up. I ain't gotta stand in no long line, take no shower. And then everybody's watching you and all this sort of stuff. I ain't gotta go through that. Hell, I go to the bathroom. I go to the bathroom in peace. Freedom. What is freedom to you? Now, I painted you a scenario on that guy that, has done something to somebody's family. He's going in there. I would tell you I ain't never been to prison. These are stories I done heard, stuff I done seen, and stuff I done put together. Stuff I done heard from Fleece Johnson, my brother Gerald, my brother Boo. These are stories in the early 2000s when I seen Fleece on MSNBC Lockup Raw. I seen enough of one person for me not to know that's not a place for me. You need more people coming home from prison telling these young people exactly what's going on in prison instead of acting like you niggas just having a ball in there. And even if you are just having a ball, tell them about the bad stuff you either seen or been through also. And tell them about the times you might not. When you get your prison sentence and you go to prison and they give you an out date, that don't mean you coming home that out date. You could get killed in there and you can get some more time while you in there trying to protect yourself. See, out here, you protect yourself. You get to fight that self-defense. And if you can prove it's self-defense, you get off. In prison, from what I've been told, there's zero tolerance. Even if you're protecting yourself, you still get hit. How the hell are you not supposed to extend your time if you can't even protect yourself? If you protect yourself, you get more time. Well, I can already tell you, that's not a place for me because I'm going to protect myself. And if somebody's going to try me and I protect myself and I get more time because I protect myself, then I probably one of the people get more time. Man, stay free. Big Lee, hustle spirit.